What are signs that people are not that intelligent? Thinking that louder is how to win an argument. Refuses to humble themselves. Or admit they may be wrong. I've never had someone who I would consider intelligent tell me how smart they are. A lack of curiosity about the world or other people. Zero self-awareness. They fight to win instead of discussing to discover truth. They make absolute statements that are just not absolute. Not able to listen and understand the other side of the argument, more so emotional intelligence for this. They post on Reddit. Except me, I'm brilliant. It's always everyone else's fault. Never theirs. Unintelligent people usually blame others and never accept responsibility. Not being able to have a discussion. I'm still learning at age 84. To me, that's the only way to live. They brag about how smart they are. The thing about the truly intelligent people I've known is that they don't go around telling everyone how high their IQ is and how everyone else is obviously dumber than him. Refuses to accept there are things they simply do not know. They parrot headlines without knowing what the article said. This question is posted at least once a week and it has the exact same answers every time. Loud. Never ask any questions. Don't know anything about people that are not exactly like them. They repeatedly tell stories where they won or own somebody. They get angry when their ideas are questioned. Because the thought that they may not always be right bruises their ego. They socially or professionally shun people who actually are intelligent. They don't listen. They don't learn. They don't change. They think that certain words are incantations which, once said, automatically win the argument. A couple of common current examples are to accuse someone of violating boundaries or gaslighting. Another strong indicator of a lack of intelligence is the assumption/belief that there is a simple, easy solution to any persistent issue or problem. If it were simple or easy, it would have been solved a long time ago. Say a ton more than they listen. When they confuse knowledge, intelligence, and wisdom, knowledge knowing information, intelligence how to apply said information, and invaluable experience doing so. Wisdom understanding of when and how to apply said information/experience. People who try too hard to sound intelligent. Probably not unambiguously true. But you can usually tell a smart person simply by their demeanor sometimes. Cruelty. Look for those who are hateful. Angry. Spiteful, combative. Ignorance breeds anger. Because when they're too to understand the world around them, they lash out. Unable to take accountability for their actions. In my opinion, if you are unable to take accountability when you are wrong and admit when you are wrong, then you lack intelligence. They don't listen. Never doubt themselves and are generally unkind. Whataboutism. They brag that they haven't opened a book since high school. They get loud during disagreements. Violence as a primary form communication. They quote all of their data from social media. Their whole knowledge base is built around a podcast personality. The first thing I thought of was some sort of self-awareness. For instance, when people clearly can see you're walking into a store but they're just standing still and blocking the entrance. Like, dude, you're standing in the worst place possible, just go outside of the store or 1m to the side. Then when you squeeze past them, they continue to stand there like they didn't know what happened. Like they're thinking, oh, why did that guy have to squeeze past me? Even if you don't understand social cues, you should still be able to realize stuff like that. If you have a working brain. Another way I see intelligence is being able to solve problems without knowing all the information. Similar to the Raven's matrices used in IQ tests. But those tests might as well be fun Sudoku puzzles to me, so I don't know. Susceptibility to blind faith. Impervious to facts that do not support their POV. Depends how you define intelligence. If you are bad at pattern recognition, then you will make similar mistakes over and over. If you are bad at linear thinking, you will have trouble identifying cause and effect and believe that things just happen randomly for no reason. If you're not curious, then you might fall behind on the learning curve and find that other people your age know more about the world than you. They post in the ADA sub. And I love it. Truck nuts. Every week they post the same question on Reddit. They believe everything they see on social media. Even things that are obviously false. Like the people who think touching receipts makes you impotent. Uses personal anecdotes as a counterargument against statements or statistics regarding large populations. Millennials are buying houses at a rate much lower than previous generations. I'm a millennial and I bought a house just fine. They believe politicians and billionaires are actually looking out for them. Experts go out of their way to tell you the limits of their knowledge/scope. And tend to give lots of nuance and context. Idiots go on and on about how smart they are and oversell their knowledge. Often with more absolutes. yet staying broad when confronted with anything outside of their preconceived ideas. Cruelty. They believe the earth is flat. Assuming that others aren't intelligent because they are unwilling to participate in things like bullying and humiliation games. Assuming that because someone is unwilling to keep up with BS internet antics that they must be. Assuming that because you're targeting them and they choose to not respond, that they're dumb. I have found that oftentimes. The one who chooses not to respond is actually being merciful. Face with tears of joy. The phrase, do your own research. Intelligent people can provide sources for their claims because they actually put the effort in to understand their claims. Idiots just spout and tell you to do the work yourself because they're regurgitating something they saw on a random platform without using an ounce of their brain to question it. Using feminist or woke as an insult. When they don't ask enough questions. I read once that below average people talk about other people. Average people talk about things and events while intelligent people talk about ideas. They apply tariffs. They take them off. Then they put them back on. Then they postpone. Then rescind the postponement. Put them back. Take them off. Threaten incessantly, Basically everyone over. But mostly, they just their citizens. They voted Trump in.